What's up YouTube, it's your boy Dashing and this is the finals of the TPL Draft League. I am one of the coaches of Alliance and this week we take on Jesse and the GoonSquad. So his team consists of Milotic, Charizard, Groudon, Lucario, Mega Absol, Dragapult, Nihilego, Ribombee, Sawsbuck. So his team is really scary, definitely a bad matchup for me. If we both play well, I think it's about 70 to 80% chance of him winning. Going in, my teammates Ricky and Alex needed to win for us to get the title. Since Ricky's game was about even and Alex was a bonus round, it ended up being tied going into my game, so crap. Let's check out our team builder. So, our Durant here for the last time of the season. Pretty standard set. We are running Okaberry this time. Hopefully we can live. This is designed to live a fire move while we are max. Because if we're not max, even with a berry, we are not living anything. Standard moves, speed, change the weather. Ground move for the... Actually, the ground move was kinda interesting. So, one of my concern was Dragapult being or having flamethrower, and if it's under the sun, that could still OHKO me even with the Okaberry. So I could use the Stomping Tantrum to like get a Spidef boost, and that will let us live the hit. We also have X-Scissors, our dedicated stab, standard EVs next month. So we have our Type Null here. Typical set, just a lot of Spidef, mixed defenses, more on Spidef because this is supposed to check the Charizard once it's maxed. Hopefully we can get a T-Wave off, maybe Roar something, return, standard stab. Endure, nice tech. This is designed to like stall out a turn if it's not running, let's say, G-Max Wildfire. So we could stall an additional turn of max possibly. Mega Altaria, standard set. We do have Defog here. This will be our only Defogger. Very important to keep webs out because webs will decide the winner of the game. Pretty standard EVs. Speed enough to... I think this should outspeed Dragapult after a boost. RCU set. This is exactly very similar to what we had when we fought Jesse the previous time. We just moved some EVs around, but that's more or less the same. Interesting Spectre set we have here. We are running specs for the first time. We are running a lot of defensive investment. This is actually designed to take a Sucker Punch from Mega Absol if he's not Adamant. I think even if it's Adamant, it's like a roll to kill. But if it's not Adamant, we guarantee survive. If it's a Sucker Punch from like Dragapult, that does around 70 to 80. So you know, if he sets like rocks or something, we could take rocks chip and live a Sucker Punch from Dragapult. And this also guarantees that we 2-hit KO the Mega Absol. Very cool set. And we have Hoop Unbound. This is basically just to try to hit things hard from his team. We are running Scarf to outspeed the majority of mons he has that are way faster than us. And yeah, that's basically the team. So I'm not really sure what he's gonna bring. I'm expecting at least Charizard, Groudon, Dragapult, Ribombee, and then 2 mons. That could be anything. That could be like Mega Absol, that could be Milotic to be annoying. But yeah, definitely Ribombee will be the most important mon in this match. Because if you look at my team, all of our mons are like grounded, and the good portion of our mons cannot hold items. Like Arceus can't hold an item. Mega Altaria can't hold. With Type Null, you're always gonna want to have Eviolite. So that's basically 3 of my mons down. Can't run boots on those mons, which would have been nice actually. But yeah, let's check out the game and see what he brought. Alright, very interesting. He brought Sawsbuck. No Dragapult and Jolteon. Jolteon was kinda expected. You're gonna want to have the quick feet version because that's the only thing that, or not really the only thing, but that has a good chance of stopping the Durant from sweeping. And yeah, he's been shown to run that set. That sauce box is kinda annoying because I didn't really plan for that. That was like the last one I thought that was gonna come. So if I knew there was a possibility of it coming, I would have put like Dark Pulse in Spectre. But yeah. Well, let's check out the game and see how it went. Okay, so we lead off with our Hoopa. We get the Dark Pulse. We got a lucky flinch there, keeping Hoopa relatively healthy. Activates the Flame Orb. Goes for the Volt Switch. We take some chip. Ribombee comes out. We break the Sash. He knows that we are Scarf, so he was safe from like a Psychic there. Sets up the webs. I go Arceus here. I was actually surprised in that U-turn because I totally forgot the speed tiers and thought we may be faster than Ribombee. Had I known, I think this would have been a good chance to CM, but alas, I didn't. We go for the Ancient Power, predicting the Charizard coming in because the Judgment was really free there. Like, no one wanted to switch into a Judgment. Even the Jolteon could have been, you know, within range of, let's say, 2 more ticks of burn. But Absol comes in. And Absol gets the close combat off. I was really... we get the KO with Judgment. I was really surprised by that. And it turns out I mis-EV'd the Arceus. We were supposed to speed creep the Absol, but we actually speed tie. And wow, that was really disappointing because the mocks that I had for this game, only a few people brought Mega Absol, and every time we clashed with Arceus, we always attacked first. So I thought the EVs were correct, but I was just fortunate all those times with speed ties. And when it actually mattered, we lost the speed tie. Very unfortunate for us. Sends out Jolteon here. We switch to Mega Altaria. Take the T-Ball. That's fine. Defog is really free here. He goes for the T-Wave. We don't really care about that. We get the Defog. Return here looks free as he goes for the Volt Switch. Do we return? Yep, we return. Good damage to Groudon. I was wondering if Groudon was gonna set up, but he learned the lesson that a lot of my opponents get is don't really set up in front of me because I will punish you. He goes for the EQ, gets his damage, sends out Ribombee. I just go for the return, do good damage, switch to Mega Altaria as he goes webs. I really want to defog these webs away. Man, I wish Type Null had defog, that would have been cool. Goes for the Air Slash, gets a para. Air Slash again. I mean, I think that didn't really... Did that matter too much? Actually, that did, now that I think of it. You'll see later. We go for the Rock move on the Groudon. Do good damage. He's actually within range of Max Air here, so we go for the Max Air. That was actually good that we got the Max Air, so... This means that we would outspeed the Ribombee, and his best check would be the Jolteon. Goes for the T-Wave as we go for another Max Air. So it was smart for us to go for the Max Air there, because basically what happens is we are back to neutral with the para speed drop, and that means we would outspeed the Charizard. Ribombee comes in, sets up webs. We go for the Ace. Charizard comes in. We go for the Max Rock Slide. Or the normal Rock Slide, rather. So there you can see, he's at 8% right now. If we were able to... What do you call this? if we were able to hit the return while he was in like normal form from what do you call this? Altaria, he would have been KO'd by Durant, and then Durant could just beat the Sosbach. Goes for the Wildfire here. I go for T-Wave. I have no idea why I did this. Definitely a bad move for me, but it turned out not mattering in the end. You'll see why. Because since he is the G-Max variant, we would be put in range of Sosbach anyway. And he was actually Lumberry. Very surprising. He goes for the Max Air here. We send out our Hoopa, knowing that we have a lot of special defense. We should be able to take a hit even if it's like Fire Blast or something. But either way, he goes for the Fire Blast, does good damage. We take out the Zard, get chipped by the maxed Wildfire. Sosbach comes in, goes for the return, gets the kill. We go Spectre here. And this is the point where I wish I had Dark Pulse, but it never really crossed my mind that this was a potential bring. He goes for SD here. We go for Hyper Beam, and we miss. Very unfortunate. He goes for the Horn Leech here, expecting to KO, but because of our defensive investment, we are able to live that. We go for the Hyper Beam, and it turns out that he's Sash. Very nice bring on his part. We must recharge here. He goes for the Horn Leech, and it looks like he's gonna be able to take the game here. Goes Jump Kick, yep. So, GG to Jesse, they're gonna be able to win the championships. When I look back at this game, at the biggest, I wasn't really too upset about this game because a lot of things went in our favor. You could say that we could have won if the Arceus had the right EVs, but we could have also lost worse if the Rock Slide on Durant missed the Charizard, because that was Hustle. So Rock Slide was already inaccurate, plus the Hustle accuracy drop, plus paralysis, and we still managed to get the move off. Not to mention, also if I went for the return on the Charizard, it didn't really matter because the Durant was already in range of Sosbach. Even without taking the Fire Blast, Hoopa would also fall to the return, because he did say that it was Adamant max attack. So yeah, not really much we could have done there, but I'm kinda happy on how I performed this game, because for one thing, we did manage to... that's as close as it gets. That's a 1-0, bringing him down to 1 HP. So we can't really be too upset about that. It was a bad matchup, but we still performed, phenomenally. So yeah, that's gonna be the game. I'll see you guys in the next season. If you like the content, like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next one. Cheers!